Welcome back to Encouraging Things. These are my dentures, and I've had them for about 20 years now. And a couple months ago, I dropped them about 4 feet onto a concrete floor with the expected results. So today we're going to be taking a look at repairing them. In order to perform the repairs, we will be using this Jet Denture Repair Kit by Lang. You can find this all over the internet at a lot of different suppliers, but I got mine off of Amazon for about $68. Following the instructions that came with the package, the first thing they tell you to do is to make a dental cement mold of your teeth as they would fit together once they were repaired. I don't have any dental cement, so instead I'll be using this Crayola Model Magic I picked up from the Dollar Tree. As you can see here, it is non-toxic, so I should survive the process once it's been used. They also state that you should use wax or super glue to glue the two halves of your dentures together temporarily. We will be using dollar store super glue to do that as well.
A few moments later.
In the past, when I've received negative comments on my videos, I find that an easy target for negativity is my perceived age. I do believe that has something to do with the tone of my voice, which tends to be a little bit higher pitch and younger sounding than it should be, considering my actual age. So I can understand how it might be a bit of a surprise to some viewers to know that I have the voice that I do, and the perceived age that I do, and that I've been wearing dentures for 20 years. I got my dentures in my mid-20s. When I was a teenager, I had gotten braces, and although I did try to take care of my teeth, I do suffer from a soft teeth issue. The outside enamel is hard and strong, but the inside is very soft and weak, and even a single cavity can then cause the teeth to rot from the interior and then shatter when put under pressure. And so all throughout high school, during and after my braces were removed, I was having teeth breaking and falling out of my head. Due to that, it was decided that the best option, rather than continuous dental work that wasn't going to fix the problem anyway, would be to remove all of the affected teeth and replace them with dentures. Hence, why I've been wearing these dentures for the last 20 years. I broke my dentures about 2 days before Christmas, and my partner likes to get me tools and equipment in order to make my DIY life a little bit easier when it comes to making YouTube videos and crafting things. And so it was a odd coincidence that 2 days after I broke my dentures, I was gifted this micro polishing pen, which comes with a large number of tools and is perfect for the task of repairing my dentures. And I would highly recommend it, even though I've only used it a couple of times. I would highly recommend it to anybody who needs a small Dremel style tool that doesn't require a lot of force, something for delicate work such as this. Some of you might be wondering why I went through the trouble of DIYing a repair for my dentures rather than having them fixed. Well, there's a couple reasons for that. The first is I don't have dental insurance. When you don't have any teeth, you don't think you need dental insurance. And even if I did, they don't really pay for this type of repair anyway. Secondly, pricing out how much it would cost to have dentures professionally repaired came to anywhere between $50 and $200 depending on where you live. And I live in such a remote area that I thought it might be closer to $200. So when I found out that I could buy the material I needed in order to repair my own dentures for just over the minimum cost of having someone do it professionally, plus be able to A, make a YouTube video, and B, learn a new skill, the choice was obvious for me. About 2 years ago, I moved to the Midwest, and I moved from sea level to about 5,000 feet above sea level. And even though I'm reminded every single day that the air pressure up here is less than it is at sea level, where a lot of things are bottled and packaged and sealed, I still have a tendency to open things as if I'm not living 5,000 feet above sea level. And in those cases, as I've suggested in the past with things like superglue, things tend to explode. And there is no better indicator of that than when you attempt to open something that is full of powder, that is pressurized. There is a point in every build, in every DIY project, when you do something, add something, fix something, change something, and then realize in that moment that you have probably made a very large mistake. Now, you're not certain if you made a mistake simply because you've never done it before. Of course, I'm talking about first time DIY. You've done it 10, 12 times, you know where the mistakes are, but that first time, it's really scary. And I will tell you that when that first powder hit, and I started mixing that up, and I saw the goop that I was leaving in the space I had made, that was the moment I thought I had messed up the entire process. But as many better DIY persons and makers have said in the past, trust the process. Trust the act of doing the thing. Follow the instructions if there are any. Luckily, I had some. And in the end, it'll turn out the way you were hoping. So it's important when you get that moment of fear where you think that you've made a mistake and you need to stop and you can't go any further, that analyze what you've done so far. Look at what it looks like right now. Know what you need to do and keep going. Because if you pause, if you quit, if you back off, you could actually be causing more problems leaving it than you would by pushing through. So how did they turn out? They actually turned out great. They fit back the way they did before. I didn't have a polishing stone, so I wasn't able to polish the new piece of polymer. So it does feel like I have a bit of bubble gum stuck to the roof of my mouth, but that is a sensation I have since gotten used to. And now I'd like to thank you all very much for joining me on today's video. And once again, I would like to encourage you to try new things, try to DIY things, repair things. If something will be prohibitively expensive to have somebody else fix it, then there's no loss in trying to fix it yourself. And if you're able to, you can learn a new skill, get your item repaired, and possibly come out with a couple more tools and materials at the other end to use on something later. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.